What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 with our Odyssean/Indian World Conquest. We are playing on the Extended Timeline mod, and on the 1st of July, 1607. So I do want to point out two things, that I did buy some new equipment, and I actually am really liking it, though I did spend a little bit of money. Ultimately, I've had this webcam for about a year, and I finally decided to start streaming again. But in order to do that, I've always had a fairly good microphone, but I felt kind of, kind of uneducated and kind of silly about this because I really had no idea what some of these bigger streamers were using on their microphones. And ultimately, I spent around about $10 and I bought this thing called a pop filter. I'm going to let the game tick on by. And basically what it does is it's like a windscreen that goes on top of your microphone. And it prevents the harsh noises. If you happen to speak a little loud, you can hear this little mumbling, and it actually can get a little bit irritating. And it's kind of funny. I spent $15, and now it's gone. But I didn't realize that every microphone in the world had that little, if we look at an Xbox Live microphone, it's got that little mesh around, the mic, and I never really realized I need that. So obviously I got a little bit of a nicer one. And it is kind of neat. I also bought this thing, it's like a boom, like a mechanical arm, and what it does is it goes over my computer itself. So now when I accidentally slam my hand down, or if I click on the table, you can still hear it, but it's not necessarily as bad. And it's definitely, now I have a lot more room on my desk, and now I can actually see the Twitch chat if someone ever wanted to talk to me, which doesn't happen very often. But I just really like it. The only thing that I probably need to do now is I'm looking at my mic and audio limits, and every time I talk, at least when the mic is in this position, I notice that it goes all the way to the end. And so I might need to go ahead and change a little bit of these settings. And the reason why, if it goes over the limit, it can sound very harsh. So now that I've wasted 2 minutes just talking, what we're going to do is let the game tick on by. Some of our colonies are obviously finishing constructing. Let's take a look at all 4 of these. So we've got 2 colonists, and we have 4 colonies, so that means we are paying a premium, and an exponential premium at that. So ultimately, it would usually cost around 6 ducats for 2 colonies, and for 4 we're paying 18 in total. And we've got 1 of those colonies in Belatug, 1 in Diego Garcia, 1 in Lombok, and 1 in Nias. And the entire goal is ultimately, if we look at our empire right now, we are one of the most powerful countries in Asia. However, I am still very concerned about Ming. And obviously, if I could somehow control trade and make more money flow into our coffers, I could then obviously use that to improve our military. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do. And so the idea is if we could somehow improve our trade empire and start taking over a lot of these islands here, and then obviously the more coastal regions we have, the bigger fleets we can obtain. So that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. So my next war goal is going to be the island of Mahajapit, and sadly enough, I believe they have over 100 development. I guess I could find that out right now. I'm going to pause the game. Looking at country, going into alphabetical order, going to the M's. If they have over 100, I can't take them in one turn. And I'm assuming they have 150. They have 160. So ultimately, it is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Don't get me wrong, I feel like I could definitely take them on. I also need to improve relations with Pasai, because I don't want them joining in on a coalition against me. And sadly enough, a colony is in trouble. They could all get wiped out, or I could lose 50 Diplo power. Well, sadly, because they're almost done, I'm going to waste the 50 Diplo power. I usually would never do that. But what I don't want to have happen is, I'm wasting a lot of money as it is to ensure these colonies actually grow. And so, obviously, I need to do everything in my power to ensure stability. Anti-clericalism. We can force them to pay, which I believe is the church, or a mild reprimand will be enough. So 15 loyalty. This will impact the nobility very much so. But I feel like what we're going to do is I don't want to upset the church more than I need to. Well, the merchant guild. Oh, this is not the church. That doesn't make sense. I guess we're going to upset the merchant guild. Yeah, a mild reprimand will be enough. I don't really want to upset the merchants any more than I need to. And the reason why is I want their loyalty to continue improving. Once this loyalty gets above 40, this negative trade efficiency will probably go from -10 to +10 and then to +20. So ultimately, that's a 30% difference in trade. It's not like we're really losing 30%. I mean, I guess we are, but it's very frustrating when you have a really good modifier and then you lose it. Royal family in Persia will learn of the pleasantries exchange. Now, I believe Persia is going to be one of my major allies, and it looks like we already are allies. And I'm going to do everything in my power. I don't think I'm really going to call them into any wars, but I am going to do everything in my power to basically ensure stability of the Middle East, because I don't want the Ottomans to go to war with Persia. And I'm willing to bet that is going to happen. And so, if I ever need to, I will funnel over troops. Okay, so I guess what we're going to do is how long until this colony is actually ready to go? Very soon. So let's go ahead and start building up our spy network. And we're going to throw down some claims. And ultimately, we probably need to improve relations with Pasai and Brunei. And obviously, as I get more and more colonists, I'll probably continue sending them on around wherever I can. I also could use some of my military power to... It looks like these 12 are done, so we can move you on over here. But I could start using my military power to squander whatever natives we can find. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but we are building... obviously, as our colonies continue to grow and develop, we are going to be unlocking spices. This one produces coffee. That is really good. Looks like we have poor uniforms. What else? So we're building coffee. We are getting tea. So a lot of exports and natural resources will probably be put to good use. And I think what happened in the last episode is Denmark got the institution that we wanted very, very badly. Speaking of the colonialism, it is actually ticking our way. But what we ultimately want, I believe we've already embraced the printing press. Once we get global trade, which it looks like we are obviously going to be getting very, very soon, I'm going to go ahead and embrace that. I think that's going to cost around 5,000 coins. So also, don't get me wrong, like we're trying to grow our army, we're trying to grow our colonies, but at the same time, I probably need to stop building up my armies as well, because ultimately they do cost quite a bit of coin. Looks like a general has died. That is very sad, or maybe not died, but has fallen ill. So where do we stand? Do they have any allies? Mahajapit does not have any allies at all. So I think this is going to be a fairly easy war. I'm going to bring down another 12,000 troops just in case one of our colonies in Lombok has finished on up. I don't know. Oh, I'm guessing it was this one. So what we're going to do is send over our missionary to Lombok. And we are going to try to find some little islands. Obviously, we could move into the Philippines. What is this, an island I could settle on? Yes, it is. I think I'm going to go to Aru. I have no colonists to send. That is sad. So we're going to have to bring one home. And now that I've got a free colonist, I'm going to send you all the way over to Aru. And the idea is now that we actually have more, range, and all of our ships won't necessarily lose as much attrition as they sail through, or if they ever sail through. Alright, so we are definitely preparing for war. We have 24,000 troops making their way down to Lombok. I also probably want to look at this ledger one additional time. And I now want to find Mahajapit once again. They have a maximum of 20,000 manpower, so I'm willing to bet that they really only have about well, less than 24,000 troops. So if I bring over 36, we should be able to destroy whatever they throw at us. And also, let's look at the trade goods. We're going to be getting a lot of cotton. I would really like all of these spices. But cotton's still good nonetheless. But I believe over time, the popularity of cotton will diminish. And the spices are going to be a lot more powerful. I want this gold mine too. That would be nice. And I'm curious, can I construct any type of shipyard? Yes, I can. In the Andamans. Don't know where that is. Looks like our colony in Diego Garcia has finished up. Is this the Andamans? No, that's Lombok. Okay, here it is. We are going to go ahead and build up our shipyard, but I am curious. They do produce spices, so should I ever build anything better, like a manufactory? I don't think we're going to worry about it. So let's construct our shipyard, getting our 2 naval force limit. And ultimately, the idea behind that is I'm going to probably build a lot more trade ships eventually. So I'm going to need as many as I can get my hands on. Alright, there should be another 12,000 troops coming down. There they are. Our flutes are being repaired. I probably could upgrade all of these flutes. I might as well. Now they're brigs. And I don't believe they have any better speed, but it's going to be a little bit harder to take them down. Alright, and I guess what we're also going to do... I'd like more colonies. How many do I have? I only have 2 colonies. That does not make sense. Now I have 3 once our colonist arrives. So what I'm going to do... Where is this one? If I click U and recall, I now have another free colonist. So let's send you down to this area. And sadly, we are probably going to need some troops down there. These 12,000 are going to move all the way to the south. These 12,000 will move to our capital. You're going to go here. You're going to go down there, like I said. And all I'm trying to do is basically, if we ever are attacked, all of our forts are probably going to be put to good use as well. Yeah, but I am definitely gearing up for a war here. And in fact, I probably could use these troops. I mean, heck, we're getting 80 colonists every year. And I should probably improve relations with Malacca. Now that I have improved relations with Pasai, I want Brunei and Malacca not to be upset when I conquer territory. Let's actually improve relations with Brunei first. I guarantee you there's going to be some very upset people. The Age of Reformation is finally ending in 68 months. We absolutely want that to be sped up. Alright, we've got more troops heading on down. 80 families a year. All continuing to colonize whatever the heck we can. And all the way down in Aru, but they have 6,000 natives. I'm willing to bet that there are going to be some conflicts in time. And you know what we could do? We probably could go ahead and split these guys in half. Whoops, if I could figure this out correctly. So split you in half, split you in half. So rather than using, 12, 24, 48,000 troops, at the most we'll use 24,000. And I'm hoping we could basically defeat any type of natives, especially because we have cannons. So I want these 6,000 troops to move down. Let's go ahead and move these on over. And they are brigs. We're lacking some sailors, and that's fine by me. Any moment now, everybody should be prepped and ready to go. Let's bring down our big, massive fleet of 12 carracks. Sadly, we have a little bit of incognito, and nothing I can do about that. Or terra incognita. Alright, these 6,000 will move over to Aru. And I might even bring down another 12,000. Because, you know what? I know I can win against Mahajapit. I'm just a little concerned that something could go wrong. And I want to obviously cover every single angle I can. When can I declare war on Mewar? I could do it now. But I would rather have Chagatai leave this coalition. They have -60. Kashmir, Sindh, Mewar, and Bengal are all going to be problems. But if this coalition ever does declare war on me, I should be able to defeat them fairly easily with 5,000 coin. But I would like to make more coin. That's the only issue that I'm really running into. 12 carracks are here. These units are being repaired. And finally, these last 12,000 troops are going to make their way to Lombok. Let's fabricate our claim on Bali. And recall this diplomat. We might as well improve relations with Malacca. Sadly, it is 30 days away, so I don't think it's going to basically happen anytime soon. We have morale of armies. That's fine. Our son is really just awful. A 313. I could try to make him an heir. Lead some military units. 143 is not bad, but it could be a lot better. And we could hire somebody very useful for half price, so I suppose that's exactly what we're going to do. Do we want to unlock the counting house yet? Yes, I do, but sadly, I don't think we're really anywhere near embracing colonialism. So let's go ahead and unlock the counting house. Getting local goods produced. We are now unlocking better cannons. And sadly, it looks like we're probably still behind. Anything with offensive capabilities. A 5-3, a 4-3. So let's do a 5-3. And still behind in technology. But I've got a lot of coins, so you would suspect it's going to turn around sometime soon. Alright, all we're doing now is waiting for those 12,000 units that have been summoned over. I don't know where our ships are. Here they are. Looks like another advisor has passed away. You can see how these level 3 advisors are full price. I definitely don't want to pay for that. I don't really want reinforcement speed either, but it's not bad. I would like morale or discipline or making our troops altogether cheaper. Morale is not bad. It's exactly what we had before. Yeah, I am ready to declare my war. And I want to take as much territory as I can, but they have too much development, so sadly I don't believe it's possible. Alright, I can build different provinces, build in different provinces. Our missionaries need to be sent on over, but I guess these are all of our colonies. Alright, everybody looks like they are prepped and ready to go. These 12 units, these 12 brigs, these vessels are being repaired. Let's declare our war. Not going to bring in our allies because we don't need to. And once we move on over... Can we not move here? It says we need transport ships, which does not make sense. It was because of our naval battle. So we obviously defeated the enemy. Can we repair these ships? 7 of them need repaired, so might as well do that now. It looks like they have 10 heavies as well. So we have 12. I feel like we have more powerful heavies, but I don't know for sure. Looks like we're also running out of sailors, which I do need to be cognizant of. You're going to move here. Can we really not move over one province? Alright, these units can stay. We are about to be in a very big battle. So we have 12 heavy ships versus 10 heavies and 11 light. Alright, you're going there. Actually, let's send all of our troops on over. Building a great palace. We can get 10 prestige, which we don't need. 20 legitimacy, which we don't need. Or we could just lose 10 prestige. I'd rather keep my money. And I'd like these units to repair themselves, but I guess they don't need it. I've got some weak carracks, and I don't want this to be destroyed. Actually, I don't want this one to be destroyed either. So let's send you on home. Any type of repairs we can make are definitely going to be viable. In fact, well, now that we're out of sailors, I don't think there's really anything I could do. Can I conquer the entire island? I don't think so. In fact, I could barely take anything at all. So this is what I'm probably going to take, 103 aggressive expansion. But, and they have roughly, So it would take literally 3 wars to make them my vassal. And I can't do anything about that. But obviously, let's go ahead and conquer what we can, make these into states, and, you know, obviously start controlling more and more trade. Sending our missionaries on over. And I wish we had sailors, but we just don't. Yeah, I don't want these guys to get destroyed, so I think we're just going to play it safe and play a little defensive. So we own the war goal. They have roughly 21,000 troops. I don't know where any of them are. Man, I really need sailors. We don't have any. I might even put away my ships just in case. Oh, this is why it's going so slow. We're on speed 3. We have 5,000 coin. We could go ahead and build dry docks. I don't really think it's worth it. Getting an extra 1,000 sailors a month, excuse me, a year, which would basically be, that's a lot of sailors. You know what? We might do that. I don't know. Alright, the walls have been breached. Do we have any type of siege? That's actually a cool picture. I don't think I've ever seen that. So we have 30 days, then once we siege them down, our empire should just get stronger and stronger. We are missing a colonist, or a colony, so obviously one finished up. You are going to be recalled. I'm guessing the one that finished up was here. No. It was here. So I suppose what we need to do now is start working on more and more of these areas. We have won the Siege of Kadir. Let's destroy all 21,000 troops. Surprisingly, they've got a good general. But we were successful. They were not. You're going to go there. You're going to go here. We have 26% war score. And I'm probably going to send the traders some money. I'm probably just going to do that. And then the ultimate goal is to obviously just continue to grow in whatever means possible. Our influence over Mysore has expired, and that is fine by me. Let's go ahead and begin improving relations with Malacca. I think Brunei is done. Yes, it is. And what about Pasai? Get it up a little bit more. I feel like Pasai is going to be angry over time. Rival of our rival. We have finally completed our mission, getting 25 Diplo power for free. I feel like one unit should move on. Actually, let's send all of our units over. And now we have 5 cannons. You would think we would have a blockade. But sadly, we don't really have the resources to do that. We have 72% war score. One unit can go here. And I'm ready to end this war as soon as possible. And I guess here we go. We can now get ourselves that very cheap advisor that we've been wanting. Do I want to spend the money, though? I kind of do. So let's do it. Now we have a very cheap discipline advisor, making our troops even more powerful. Peace offer from Mahajapit, no thank you. No mission selected. Build a marketplace or colonize different areas. So I guess what we're going to do is build a marketplace inside Mahakoshal. Is this my coffee province? No, it is not. It's a province that produces grain. All we needed was a marketplace, but let's do the marketplace just in case. I know I could have gotten something way better, but I don't want to build something better and not get the mission completed. It was only 75 coin, too. So hopefully if we get the support, things could go in our way very soon. We're still lacking some sailors, which is not great. We have 74% war score. Negative 53 reasons to take what we want. Can this province be taken? No, it cannot. And our... How many sailors are we making a month? We went from 84 to 94. I feel like we would have went from 84 to like 150. But maybe I don't understand exactly what I built. Native Uprising. In a province we do not have troops on. Are there troops in Diego Garcia? No, there are not. So there are 6 units that are unaccounted for, and I don't know where they are. 6, 12, 18. I'm guessing there's another 6. So one of these islands is done. It has to be. Well, it's not this one. It's not that one. Okay, so it's this one. So I already knew that, but I can't really move these troops away without being attacked. I wonder, yeah, they can't even really destroy this colony. So I wonder, maybe I could just send some 12,000 troops rather than using those 6. And we now have 89% war score. You're going to go here into the jungle. You're going to go into the jungle. I see we're about to do a very deadly decision. I hope it doesn't affect us too poorly. More negative morale modifiers. Alright, we're going to send those 12,000 troops back. And now, ultimately, retreat these couple units. And I guess we're going to end this episode. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have an awesome day. I will see you in our next adventure.